Okay, makita niyo ako screen na. Ay,
Yes, sir.
nagpa-admit. Okay. So, for those wala man ako or wala pa kaila sa ako. So, my name is Sammy Contes and I am a software engineer on VSS and part-time lang ko sa IBSO. So, welcome to our subject, Web 2. So, mostly I will be discussing on UX or user experience design and kuan katong back-end programming since this is your kuan naman web 2. And on the back-end programming we should use so we should use PHP and MySQL. So kana sila server-side scripting language. So, tema naman tayo nag-discuss last week. CSS. Okay. So, JavaScript. Sa JavaScript, naano mo yung knowledge ani no? Gamay. So, di pagid kayo master ang uban. So, JavaScript is a very powerful client server-side scripting language. JavaScript is used mainly for enhancing the interaction of user with the web page. In other words, you can make your web page more lively and interactive with the help of JavaScript. So JavaScript is also being used widely in game development and mobile application development. So, ingani ang structure sa JavaScript. So, naa siya sa mag-run. Namangod siya mo run sa client side, meaning nasa sa computer sa client or sa user mag-run ang program. JavaScript is has the ability to run on any browsers. Okay, it's either Chrome, Safari, Firefox, Microsoft Edge, any Chrome nga kuan, any Chrome, any browser. It supports JavaScript today. Okay? So, sa server, dire nato na ibutang ang sa pikas kaning server nga kuan. Dire na ang kadtong back-end process which is di na makita sa client. Okay? Ang JavaScript can the client can feel the design or can interact with the design using JavaScript and ang ato gamiton anang JavaScript ko framework is our jQuery man. So, para ma-lessen ang ato coding. So, sa server side is MySQL and PHP. So, by the way, JavaScript was developed by Brendan Eich in 1995, which appears in Netscape, a popular browser of that time. So, katong una, may Netscape sa una, mautong giparan ang JavaScript sa una diya. So, this is the creator of JavaScript. So, ang uban nga kuan karon mga computer engineers, so they developed JavaScript framework like jQuery, Next.js, React.js. So, there are lots of JavaScript framework for today. So, we should focus on the most most widely used for over mga 10 million siguro nga websites using jQuery nga framework. The language was initially called JavaScript, LiveScript, and was later renamed JavaScript. There are many programmers who think that JavaScript and Java are the same, but in fact, JavaScript and Java are very much unrelated. So JavaScript is a very complex programming language Whereas Java is a very complex programming language, whereas JavaScript is only scripting language. Okay, there are difference of that two. So the syntax of JavaScript is mostly influenced by programming language C. For this subject, we will be using jQuery framework. So you can download the jQuery framework. Ako na kuan. Pwede mo diri nga link. Okay. Pwede rin mo ani nga link mag-download. But I already downloaded it. O upload sa kuan dito sa ato classroom. Kindly download na lang dito para di na mo mungad to ani nga website. Okay, mao na ang ato gamiton karon, okay? Okay na ba nagpa-admit? Wala pa. Alright. So, kinsa ni naka-download na dito, nakangadto na sa ato kuan classroom karing jQuery. You can download this one. Okay. Okay, so how to run JavaScript. So being a scripting language, JavaScript cannot run on its own. In fact, the browser is responsible for running JavaScript. So when a user requests an HTML page with JavaScript in it, the script is sent to the browser and it is up to the browser to execute it. Okay, the main advantage of JavaScript is that all modern web pages, web browsers support JavaScript, so you don't have to worry about whether your site visitor uses Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, or any other browser. So JavaScript will be supported also. JavaScript runs on any operating systems, including Windows, Linux, or Mac. Thus, JavaScript overcomes the main disadvantage of VBScript, so now deprecated, which is limited to just Internet Explorer and Windows. So there are VBScript nga kuan, so now deprecated na, so which limited raman to sa kuan god sa Internet Explorer and Windows. Okay, so tools you need. To start with, you need a text editor to write your code in a browser to display the web pages you develop. So you can use a text editor of your choice, including Notepad++, VS Code, Sublime Text, Atom, or any text editor you are comfortable with. So you can use any web browser, including bisag unsad, Chrome, Firefox, or bisag unsa na sa inyo, existing sa inyo kuan, or asa mo mas ganahan nga mo gamit og gamiton nga browser. Okay, so tanan na ba naka-download na sa jQuery? Na-download na ba?
Wala pa, sir.
Okay, download the jQuery. And then after you download the jQuery, ngadto sa inyo XAMPP kung asa ninyo gi-install ang inyo SAMP. For example, this is my C drive. Diri man ako gi-save ang ako SAMP. So usara man sad ang ako kuan drive, gi-usara. Okay, so diri sa ako kuan after installing the SAMP, mga to na siya, mahimo na siya folder dito sa C, and this is a default nga kuan nga installation ra ako gisunod. Okay, if you're using if nagsunod mo atong default nga installation, so ingani ra gyapon ka porma sa ako diri. And then suod ka sa XAMPP nga folder, diri ka sa htdocs. Okay, and then create a folder Ang akong gi-create diri is web2-3b. Okay? Naghimo ko og folder. This will be the name of our kuan or kaning tawagon nato nga file or resource para mo run dito sa browser. Okay? So, inside our web2-3b folder, I already put the jQuery, which I already downloaded from their website. And then, I already created a file, which is the index, which has the extension of .php. So, this will be a PHP file that we're going to use. So name it index.php. Okay, and naman ko text editor na dere. If you don't have any, you can install VS Code editor. VS Code na dere VS Code download. So dere code.visualstudio.com. You can download the VS Code here. If you're on Windows, Debian, or Linux dere, Ubuntu, Mac, pwede sa ninyo ma-download dere. Okay? And you also have another choice, which is the Sublime Text. Sublime Text, you can download it from their website, sublimetext.com. Here, download for Windows. So any of your kuan na lang, any of your choice kung sa inyo kuan preferred nga text editor. Okay? Kinsa pay walay text editor diri? Tanan na ba na text editor? Guys, ano text editor tanan?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, good.
No, sir.
Alright. Okay, back to kuan ato jQuery nga kuan web2-3b nga kuan folder. And nag-create na ko og index.php. Ito na yung ako gi-discuss sa last nga kuan. So here ato na i-delete. Okay, let's create an HTML document. Okay, so in VS Code, if you're going to put the exclamation, just exclamation lang, and then press enter, it will create a document, HTML document na. Okay, which has the meta, header, viewport, and the title. So all you have to do is put the content inside our body. Okay, now let's put the title my web page. Okay, and then to use our jQuery framework, we need to include the file path inside our HTML document. Okay, so to do that, we are going to put the script. Okay, and then put the source is RC. So we're going to include our jQuery file inside our document. Okay, inside our index.php file. So the path for our jQuery is just same folder as the index. Okay, now in that case we need to put this the name of our file, or kana siya. Okay, now natawag na ni siya. So this jQuery file is now included sa ato document or ato index.php, but we need the structure nga ma-folder makuha na itong structure sa ato web file sa ato kuan website. So we need to put this jQuery inside another folder. Okay, so we're going to name it JS. Okay, JS. This folder, ang ato lang isudri is ang kadtong JavaScript mga kuan .js nga mga file. And also we're going to create another file CSS. Okay, all the CSS files will be inside this folder, all the JS file inside this JS folder. Okay, so we're going
Sir,
to
pwede ba daw ko na ipa-zoom daw ko no, sir? Di daw maklaro.
di ba klaro? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, paspas ra po daw ko no kayo ka, sir.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Sorry guys. Ang codes ba? Ako ipa-zoom?
Yes, sir, ang codes.
Sige. Wait. Saan ni ha? Editor. Asa na pagpadakuan ni?
I-hold na lang siguro ang kon, sir. Control din scroll wheel ba? Try daw.
Di mo gana sa ako Control scroll. Di mo
Oh,
gana.
di.
Di siya mo gana sa ako adal. So I need to
Control plus sir.
Control plus. Okay. Good. Kana, okay. Control minus, alright. Good. Thank you.
Kana, sir, kana.
Kana day. So, klaro na. Alright. So, there is a code na to. Since ang katong jQuery nga file nato, jQuery.js nga file is inside the JS nga folder. Okay, here. Ang ato buhaton is, since tapad man sila same folder sa kuan sa index, so ang index file nato is kani, and ang jQuery nato is isod nato sa JS nga folder, meaning na siya diri. Now, to get the location or the path of this jQuery, we need to include the folder name here. So JS, then slash. Okay? So muna na siyang structure sa ato JS nga kuan folder. So tanan JavaScript nga file diri sa JS, CSS kana. So ibilin lang nato ang index. All right? So now that we have the jQuery, okay, let's try to use the jQuery format. Okay, now we have you're already familiar with the tags, right? HTML tags. Okay, nagkuan naman
Yes, sir.
nag web 1. So we're going to call HTML h1 tag. So let's have it ID demo. Okay, so kanang h1 yung tag doesn't have the value yet, or doesn't have the text inside this tag. So ang ato buhaton is butangan ni nato og text diri. Okay, using the jQuery nga code. So maghimo tag button. Let's create a button. and then let's put a function on click and then let's call the function or func. Okay, so click let's put the name of this button click me. And now kaning jQuery nato pwede ninyo ibutang sa head, pwede ninyo ibutang sa any part of this kuan, but the practice you need to put the JavaScript below our kuan, mga pang display ba nga mga tawag gani document. So kung naadri ang imo pang display sa taas, ang JavaScript nimo nasa ubos. Okay, so let's create another script. Let's create another function, okay, para kuan nato, para gamit ta og jQuery nga mga tags or mga usage sa ato web page. Okay, let's create a script, and then all JavaScript diya, all JavaScript nga code, it must be inside the script nga tag. Okay, para basahon sa browser nga kani siya JavaScript na siya nga code. Okay, so since we created a function here, okay, mo ni siyang function nga to i-call inig-click ani nga button. So let's create a function named func, because mao man ni siya ang ato tawagon. Okay, function or func, right? So the function named func, ato na lang ibutang F1 para di na ta mag function 1 or F1. Okay, this will be called when this button will be clicked. Okay, so ato sa ni i-show sa browser para makita ninyo. So naata sa web2-3b index.php path. So narito sa kuan. Okay, wala pa na start ang ako SAMPP control panel. So start your Apache. Ato na lang ni kuan tawag ani i-habit nga mo start pod ang MySQL para kuan, para sa sunod maanad na mo kuan start aning duha permi magdungan jud na sila. Okay, so na siya, and then let's call our folder. In this case you need to put the localhost since you are using your localhost, and then slash the name of our folder is web2-3b web2-3b. sakto ba? Nakasunod na mo guys?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Okay, localhost web2-3b and then enter. Okay? Okay, pag enter ninyo, musud na sa web2-3b and then pangitaon niya ang index nga file. Okay? So mo na nga ako gipahimo sa inyo isang index file, index.php. Ani. Kay inigsud ani diri ng browser, inigsud ani nga folder ang browser kay mangita jud dayon na siya sa index nga word, index file para iya primero i-load. Okay? Kung ang ato index file, kung wa ta index file dere, ang mahitabuan ni kung may index file ato i-rename ha. So ato butang index 1. Okay. Kung index 1 wa ta index.php or index.html nga file, ang i-load niya ani is ang unsa man ang files ninyo, makita ninyo tanan. Ara, makita ninyo hasta ang unsa ni size, description, which is we don't do that, okay, because makita man tanan ang inyong files. So you have to put index gyud permi sa inyong mga folder, okay, para dili makita ang inyong files. Kay ang uban ani mangita diri sa kuan kung unsa inyo gipanggamit. So it can penetrate your website. Example na yung mga sensitive diri nga mga files, and then it is connected to your database, and kay bawo sila kung asa mo sud, so your website will be hacked. Okay, now in this case you need to put index to make this right. Okay, so inig-load na to, i-load jud na niya ang index nga file. Alright, kasabot ra guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if makabantay mo kaning ako gibutang diri nga h1 tag, wala pa text nga mo display. Okay? Ang button pa sa kung ato butangan diri, so web 2 to refresh man ni siyang mugawas. And then ang ato buhaton is usabon nato ang text diri. Okay? Using the jQuery nga format. Okay? So ang ato ibutang sa jQuery sa h1 tag, text will be welcome to web 2 subject na lang. Okay? So to declare or to query the selector, to get the selector, okay, ang selector nato is siya. So you need to put $sign on the first character, and then open close parenthesis, and then within that open close parenthesis you need to call this is the selector. Okay, selector nimo sa imo HTML tag, or it's either the ID of that HTML tag, or the class of the HTML tag, or the HTML tag itself. Okay, so in this case, inside our double quote, pwede sa ninyo butang og single quote. Okay, any kuan, it will do basta naa siya sa kuan, single quote or double quote, you can use that one. And then inside our double quote, ang ako gamit diri kay double quote. So inside our double quote, we need to get the selector. We need to get the tag that we're going to change, or that we're going to make a process. Okay, so the ID of this tag is demo. Okay, so which is kani ang ato kuhaon, di ba? So to query the ID, to get the ID, is you're going to put the hashtag. Okay, hashtag nga symbol, and then the name of the ID, which is the demo. Excuse me. And then na-call na nimo ang kaning ang h1 tag, which has the ID of demo. And then let's replace the text inside our h1 tag. So you need to put the .html. Okay, and then open close, and then butang na to og semicolon for the best practice. And then here's inside our HTML nga open close parenthesis, you need to put also the text that you're going to feed. Okay, so I'm going to replace the web to text. Okay, let's replace that one to welcome to web 2 class. Okay, so moro na siya ang line. Save it, Control S, and then let's refresh our web page. Okay, ato lang i-zoom, refresh. Any changes sa inyo code, you need to refresh your page. Okay, you need to practice, or that is the one kanang best practice kid pero. Alright, so ini-click na ko, it will be changed to welcome to web 2 class, kaning web 2 nga text niya. Okay, refresh sa nato and then click. Alright, it works. Okay, sa inyo ni gana diha. Okay, kinsa may nagkakuan, nakasunod ra mo?
Yes, sir.
And also, if you're going to call a class sa ato kuan tag, excuse me, if you're going to change this into class, ma-change na diri sa ato jQuery nga code. So to call the class, we need to put dot, dili na siya hashtag. Okay, dot, pareha sa CSS. Kung mag-call mo og class, you need to put dash or dot, and then kung mag-call mo og ID, you need to put hashtag. Okay, murag CSS ra. Okay, so ato ni refresh. Let's test. Okay, it works gihapon. Okay, okay, now ato sad kuhaon ang value inside this tag. Okay, ato kuhaon ang value, ato i-alert. So kung kuhaon nato, ang kadto nga to gihimo is to display man, no. Okay, ato lang na i-comment. Okay, ang comment nato is double slash para ma-comment ninyo ang inyo JavaScript code. And diri demo, ato lang nilisan og ID because I like IDs. Dili ko ganahan og mag-call og class. So kana lang. So to get the value inside our tag, we need to get okay, you need to declare a var and then any variable that you're going to use. So in my case, I want to use the a letter for the variable, to hold the value from the h1 tag equals, can you see equals the h1, which is the demo id, and then .html, meaning it will get the text inside our h1 tag. Okay, so another no, ato lang sa alert a, save, and then refresh. And then kung ako ni i-click, it will alert the value, okay, here, which is the web 2 nga value from the h1 tag. Okay, and now there is another way to declare a variable sa sa ato JavaScript, ang kani siya is jQuery gyapon. jQuery na ni siya ang pagkuha sa mga kuan. And then inside gihapon na sa JavaScript because it is JavaScript framework. So another way to declare a variable that is a JavaScript is let. Okay? Let A kana siya, let B. Mo ni siya ang another way to declare a variable. Let. So ato alert yapon, so it is the same yapon og kuan function sa var. Okay, ang var kay murag kuan nato siya, daan nato nga kuan, daan nato nga way to declare a variable. Ang karon there are updates sa JavaScript, you can use let. And also constant or const. So we have constant meaning unsa man ang meaning sa constant nga variable. Meaning unchangeable. So kung unsa na siya diha, mao jud na siya, dili jud na siya ma-change ang value ana. Okay, let's refresh. Okay. Alert. Dili const. Dili const. Mali ang spelling. Okay, refresh, click, same value. Okay. So let's go back to our kuan let. Kung basta pwede na siya kuan na const nga kuan let og var. Ito lang ipang commentary. Okay. So another way of getting the value, since lahi man gud ang pagkuha sa value sa input nga tag kaysa sa kuan h1 or katong mga pang display lang nga tag. So if you're going to have the input nga tag, okay, input type text, and then the value is equals to like string lang web class, and then let's put an ID demo2. Okay, so if we're going to refresh this one, natay web class which has the value of string, which is the web class. Ato sa ni-hide ang kuan ang usa. So to comment the HTML, kahibaw na mo. Okay, nga nilang. Alright, to get the value from the input tags, okay, dirita sa ato function, let A is equals to get the value from the demo2. Okay, ato ni kuhaon demo2, and then dot, dili na siya HTML, okay, dot val, okay, which is the value. Okay, inside man sa kuan, dili na siya .html. Kung maggamit ka og .html, magkuha ka og text gikan sa mga label nga tag like h1, h2 until h6, also button nga kuan nga tags and paragraph or span, kanang dili siya mag-enter og value. Okay, kung di siya mag-enter og value, kung display lang ang iya, you can use the .html. But sa input nga tags, you can use .val. Okay? So, i-alert na to. Alert the value from the demo2. So, let's refresh. So, ang value is web class. Pag click na to, okay, web class nga value. Okay? And then to change the value inside our input tag is ingani lang siya. Ato na ni delete. So to change the value of our input tag is just call the input tag, and then same as .html, put the value inside your val open close parenthesis, and then I'm going to replace the value to welcome to web class. Okay, so ang karing ato diri web class, ma-replacean siya og welcome to web class. Okay, let's refresh, click. Okay, here it works. Okay, another example. Those are ang ato gihimo, those are to change the value, to get the value from the input tags. Okay, so another example is we are going to manipulate the style or the design of our tag. Okay, let's comment this one. Ang ato gamiton na pod ang h1 na pod. So ato na pod i-manipulate ang design aning h1. Okay, ato i-refresh sa kani siya. So jQuery also do that. Okay, so to change the colors, the background of this HTML tag. Excuse me. Nasa tayo CSS. We also have the CSS inside our jQuery. So, demo. So, dire kung inyo i-change, if you're going to change the design and the text size, the background, the color of your HTML tag, you can use that CSS, and then the can you see the parameter or the selector, and then here is the value. Okay, there are two magamit diri. Sa CSS, you are going to call the color, di ba? Ato example ang color will be used to change the color of the text inside our h1 tag. So we're going to call the color, and then the second parameter is what is the color that you're going to put, or the value. So I'm going to put the hex code 171717. Let's try this one and refresh and click me. Okay, di siya mugana. Why? Let's use another kung word daw. Let's use yellow, then fresh, click. Okay, it works. Okay? So pwede siya og kuan word nga color. Let's use orange. Orangey. Okay. Okay, it works. Blue. Refresh and click. It works. It changes the color. So any of the parameters. First parameter is the selector of your unsa nga behavior ang inyong kinahanglan, and then the second is the value. Okay, so let's have it background color. Background dash color. Okay, mao man ang sa CSS, di ba? So let's put blue gyapon. Refresh, then click me. Okay, it changes the background color of our HTML tag. And another one, you can also double the behavior. You can use another color. So I'm going to put it on a white color. So white. Okay, para maingani siya og forma, dili siya itom. Okay, so going to refresh. Okay, refresh and then click. Alright, it changes the color and it changes the background. Okay, so let's try another one. Ano pa man ha? CSS. Let's put the border, and then let's put sa may ato ibutang rin yung border. 1 pixel solid black. Ito ba? Ato ni swayan o mugana ang ato border. Let's click one. Okay, it works. Ay border siya, which is katong color black nga 1 pixel. So nga ato ibutang og 2 pixel. Ito ni click. Okay, mubaga na siya. 5 pixel ato butang 5 pixel. Okay, ganyan na siya kabaga, 5 pixel. Okay, and then also you can use another one for the border radius. Sakto ba? Radius, and then put 10 pixel. Border radius 10 pixel. Refresh. Alright, here nana siya border radius, nana siya yung pina-curve there sa so there is a jQuery. You can also design your your content. Okay, so let's go back to our jQuery. So jQuery is a lightweight JavaScript library which is blazing fast and concise. So this library was created by Jan Risick in 2006. Okay. jQuery has been designed to simplify HTML or DOM 3 traversal and manipulation, as well as event handling, CSS animation, and Ajax. Okay. So maabot ta ni gyapon kaning Ajax. So kuan siya, part ni siya sa ato back-end development na. A jQuery can be used to find a particular HTML element in the HTML document. Okay, used to find, and then with the certain ID or class or attribute, And later we can use jQuery to change one or more attributes at the same time, or the same element, like color, visibility. jQuery can also be used to make web page interactive by responding to an event like mouse click. So mao tong ato gihimo karon ang mouse click. Kani siya. Okay? So jQuery has been developed with the following principles. Okay? jQuery separation of JavaScript and HTML, which encourages developers to completely separate JavaScript code from HTML markup language. Brevity and clarity promotes features like chainable functions and shorthand function names. So eliminates of cross-browser incompatibilities, so developers does not need to worry about browser compatibility while writing code using jQuery library. Also extensibility, which means new events and elements and methods can be easily added in jQuery library and then reuse as plugin. So also we have the jQuery cheat sheet. Ako ni hatag sa inyo nga kuan. You can explore the jQuery nga mga mga functionality. Ako lang ibutang diri sa ato classroom. Okay. You can explore a jQuery cheat sheet para sa inyo kuan learning gihapon. And again, another one. Dito sa string. Okay. These are the value. Okay. String. So a string in JavaScript, jQuery is an immutable object that contains none, one or many characters. Following are the valid example of JavaScript string. So when ako gibutang diri, ako gibutang diri sa ako coding. So diri ta maghimo og string. So ato lang ibutang diri as string. So diri to declare a string, you can just put let and then let a sample, let a, and then ani double quote, two double quotes, and then basta mag-declare mo og string, you have to put jud inside the double quote, and then the value of your string. Okay. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So, mo na siya ang ato string. And then, let's try to alert this one. Mo na siya ang pag-declare sa string nato. Okay? Yan nila dyan siya. Simple. So, if we're going to click this one, okay, here. Na ang ato string mo display. Okay? Kuan string declaration. Okay, another one dito sa top station, numbers. Okay, numbers in JavaScript are double precision, which is 64-bit format, IEEE 754 values. They are immutable just as strings. So following are the valid example of numbers. So same as kuan string. Let a or sample num or number, and then you're not going to put it inside the kuan the double quotes. You need to put directly the numbers. Okay. Kana siya kunuhay ana. So mana siya numbers, it's either na mga floating points siya, it is called gihapon sa numbers. So alert, let's sample. Okay, then click. Okay, these are the numbers that we have. Okay, that is to declare a number. Another one we have Boolean. Okay, Boolean is either true or false or gid na siya. Okay, true or false, 1, 0, empty or not empty. Na siya. JavaScript jQuery can be either true or false. If a number is 0, it defaults to false. If an empty string defaults to false. Okay, so following are the valid examples of JavaScript Boolean. So true, false, 0, 1, and kanisiya. Kung empty ang string, it is false. Kung naay value ang string, it is true. So to do that, let's have an example. So let b no, if b na lang kay boolean. If b is string is empty, okay, and then butang natog if para to measure the the boolean. Okay, if b alert true, and then else it is false. So empty man ang b, empty ang b, asa man na siya mo fall sa boolean. Okay ba mo guys? Nakasunod ra?
Oh,
Sige.
Yes, sir.
So karon kay
Yes, sir.
kung empty ang b, asa na siya mo fall? Is it true or false?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm? Okay, let's test this one. Ay mo alert man siya. Okay, click. Okay, it is false. Why?
Empty man, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
because it says here, if it is empty string, it is automatically false. Okay, now if I'm going to put value 1 there, and then it is true. Okay, may naman dahil mo. Okay naman dahil ni, hindi na ako mag-discuss ani.
Yes, sir.
Okay, another one, basta mo na ni mo naman ang sakuan boolean true or false naman. Ato sa ni comment. Here, objects. So JavaScript or jQuery supports object concept. So very well, you can create an object using the object literal as follows. Okay, this is the object. Okay, mo ni siya ang unsaon pag-declare or paghimog object. So naa siya ay like sa Python na siya ay dictionary. Wala man siya dictionary sa Python, but it is an object on JavaScript. So the name, which is it holds the value, which is this quandary is the holder of the value and then the left side is the value that you're going to put. Okay, so let's have an example. I'm going to put let na lang, hindi lang ako mag-var. So let man equals mo na siya ang iyang attributes. Ang attributes niya is man, unsa man, gender, no, human na lang, human is either kung may butang gender, and then the value is male, and then comma kung mag-add pa mo og another attribute niya, so butang lang ninyo og comma, and then another one is age, and then the age is di na ako ibutang og double quote because it is a number, 31 or 60, so many 60, and another one name, putang nato og name. Ang name is a string, which is we're going to put it in inside the double quote, so the name is Lolo Dokyo. Okay, and then the address is a string. Let's put it inside our double quote, so Ormoc City. Another one, sa pailain sa kuan, eye color. Okay, kuan ni ha, kani siyang inyo attribute nga gihimo. It's up to you kung sa inyo ibutang dere. Okay, so eye color is string, so let's put black, and then another one, skin color, let's put it inside our double quote gihapon because it is string. So skin color, brown, and then citizenship, and then it is a string with it needs to be inside here, so Filipino, and another one sa pailain, eye color, skin color, citizenship, address, gender,
Religion.
unsa?
Birthday, sir.
Birthday. Oh, okay. Birthday. So this is a string because it has kuan ato ibutang og kuan. So ang ato ibutang nga format birthday is year, month, day. Okay? Kung format nato is year, month, day, it should be separated in a dash nga sign. So birthday, so 1923 dash month nato is 02 February, and then 01 February 1. So unsa pa ilain? Status. Okay, status.
Status, sir.
So string married. Sakto ba ng spelling? Married. And then sa pailain, height, it is a kuan, sama na 5, unsay kuan na ng dash. Okay, 5 4. Okay, there is a problem with the inches, so I need to put the centimeter. 5.4 is pila na? 168. That is the value of centimeter. Okay. Weight. Like, say for example, 50. Okay, kana lang. Isa lang ka object sa human. Okay. So, since na naman tayo object, which is the human object, and then to get the attributes value inside our object, you just have to call the object name and then dot and then the holder, the variable holder. Okay, so for example, I'm going to alert the name, the name of what, the human, pinsan nga human. So alert human dot name. Okay, so let's test this one. Click me. Okay, dara nigawa si Lolo Dokyo. Okay, so mo ni siya ang name sa imo human. Alert na to. Okay, this is how to get the value inside your attributes of your object. Okay, ato lang i-comment para sa inyo reference. Sad di lang na, okay lang na sad. Okay, so let's go back to our slides. Okay, so objects, JavaScript supports object concept very well. Mo naman na-double rin na ako. Okay, another one is arrays. Okay, arrays. Okay, this is how you declare an array. Okay, here, data. So let's declare nato ang array. Let's say for example, variable array or arr is equals to kaning saan siya, bracket. Okay, which means it is an array. It will be read as an array variable basta imo ibutang na ang bracket. Okay, so since that is an array, if you're going to put values inside your array, yan nilang. So arr is equals to 1, 2, separated gyapon siya sa comma ang mga values nimo. Okay, so nga na ang structure sa array ana. Okay, now I'm going to count the values inside our array. Okay, so since we have 10 sa ato man gi ana, so there are there are scenario nga dili ka kahibaw kung pila na ka arrays ang masud sa imo array nga so you need to count the array. Okay, so to count the array, I need to declare another variable. So let count is equals to count, okay, count function sa JavaScript, and then array, okay, ang array variable. Alright, and then let's alert the count of kung pila ka buok ang ato naa sa ato array, okay, pila ka buok value inside sa ato array. So count arr, and then pass it to count nga variable, and then alert this one, and then let's refresh. Click. Okay, what's happening? Cannot access count before initialization. Okay. sorry. Okay, by the way, to troubleshoot your JavaScript program, JavaScript code, you should use the console. Kuan, inigna mo sa inyo kuan na mo sa browser, press F12, it will show the console na developers tools. So you can see the errors here from your JavaScript codes. So ang ako nabutang diri is uncount reference error, cannot access count before initialization, because ang count ani dapat is function man ni siya, but ang ato count diri is that is a PHP nga kuan, sorry for that, that is a PHP nga function nga count. So ang ako nabutang sorry, so ang ato pagkuha sa JavaScript is just that you need to put the dot length, okay, dot length lang ang kinahanglan nato to get the count of our array. So lahi ra to ang pag-count dito sa ako, naanad ko sa PCAS. Alright, so refresh this one and then click. Alright, here we have 10 values, okay, 10 ka values inside our array. Now how do we how do we get all those values? Okay, we need to use the loop. Okay, so we're going to display our values from our array to this HTML tag, which is the demo. Okay, so we're going to display that one, okay, here. Now we're going to have the for loop, then let's declare variable that's I is equals to 0, because the index will start at 0 position. Okay, and then I is less than count, and then I plus plus. Okay, so pila man to ang count nato, which is 10, sakto ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now ang ato loop is nagsugod sa 0. Okay, nagsugod siya sa 0 ng index, and then ang ato limiter is the I less than count. Okay, kung maabot na ang I og 10, okay, no, kung maabot ang I kung less than 10, which is 9, mo terminate na ang program, mo terminate na ang loop. Okay, why is it ko to 9 ang loop ani?
Less than man siya, sir.
Hmm?
Less than 10 man siya, sir.
Okay. because nagsugod siya sa index 0. Okay, so I'm going to display this these kaning kuan values. So to display this one, let's call the demo nga kaning kuan, demo nga ID. So dot html ato sa kuan tawag gani i compress. Compress sa nato ang values, usa nato i-display sa ato HTML tag. So let's declare another value, values equals to none, okay, or empty. So values plus equals, and then the array, and then array I. Okay, ato gi loop 3 ang index, and then put the index here to call the value, and then plus equals to compress the values. Okay, to kani siya to combine the values. So here demo.html ato isud diri ang values variable para to display. Okay, and let's refresh this one. Click. Okay, naay sayop. Let's see. I is not defined. Okay, I variable kani kuno daw is not defined. Why? Kitaan ninyo. Unsa may nakasayop ani?
Nakalit, sir.
No. Dapat kay ba mo troubleshoot sa inyo errors sa inyo code. Okay, so asa ang error ani dapita?
Kulay dollar sign, sir.
Yes, the dollar sign. Okay. Tanggalan na tong dollar sign because we are not using the dollar sign here in our declaration sa ato variable. Okay? So, refresh, Control S, then refresh, click, alright, here. So, mo ni siyang values inside sa ato array, which is na-compress siya into 1, and then display it, mo na ni siya. Okay, 650 na. So, let's have an assignment for now. Let's continue next meeting na pod. Unsa to orasa ang ato meeting sa Miyerkules ba to? 1 to 3 ba to? 1 to 4.
3, sir.
1 to 3 no. Okay. So, ang inyong assignment will be deadline nato is Wednesday. So, you're just going to use the JavaScript itong ato kuan.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Thursday ato klase, sir.
Ha?
Thursday.
Wednesday, sir.
Unsa murag hinain inyo tingog.
Huibis, sir. Huibis.
Huibis na ito. sorry daw ko nakalimot mo ko ilahi man dito naka-schedule sa kuan apps.txt.
Sir, ay mo na i-post sa Google Classroom, sir.
Yes, I will post the assignment sa ato Google Classroom so that all the kuan katong instructions sa ato assignment. So it will be kuan kanang deadline ngadto sa Huwebes naman. Huwebes magha to. Asa man to? 3. Okay, Huwebes 1 to 3. Alright. Okay, so let's continue na lang next meeting next week. Ipalayan tani ang ato jQuery or JavaScript nga kaning discussion next week. Okay. So i-post lang na ako unya after na ako makuan. Mao man ako gihimo atong quiz ninyo. And let's have a kuan group picture. Start presenting. And also by the way, mag-attendance sa ta. 1 second. Almazan na mano. Andamon. Dunel. Wala. Aparis.
Sir.
Okay. Artigas.
Sir.
Yes. Yaay.
Present, sir.
Barabad. Batalya.
Natalia, sir, present.
Bereso.
Present, sir.
Bertolfo.
Present, sir.
Carno.
Present.
Caropo. Dator. Castillo pa.
Present, sir.
Dandamon.
Dator na Castillo.
Sir.
Castillo Nancy.
Present, sir.
Okay.
Castillo.
Dualio.
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
Fernandez.
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
Gara.
Present.
Habilio. Jabilio. Sama na. Labeste. Wala. Labrador. Wala. Lirio. Jamaica.
Present, sir.
Lopez.
Present, sir.
Lubiano.
Sir, present.
Lucanias. Wala. Wala si Lucanias, no? Managbanag. Naglag si Lucanias.
Present, sir, present.
Managbanag na
Sir, present.
Okay. Manatad.
Present, sir.
Matugina.
Present, sir.
Monsalud.
Present, sir.
Noya.
Present. Present, sir.
Noynay.
Present, sir.
Oliveros.
Present, sir.
Pacaldo. Genesel. Pastoriza.
Present, sir.
Potot. Ranoko. Ayan. Raz.
Present, sir.
Ronquis.
Present, sir.
Rosales.
Present, sir.
Samoranos. Mas malipat sa Juana.
Present, sir.
Sergida.
Present, sir.
Tagod.
Present, sir.
Torrevillas.
Present, sir.
Tulin.
Present, sir.
Turawan.
Present, sir.
Vergara,
Present, sir.
Yurag.
Present, sir.
Okay, we have 36. Kaya ila mo nila kuan, barabad mo ni ka. Karupo. Isa pa. Dahil duha na days nga wala sila. Okay. Let's have a screenshot. Pakaldo. Okay. Karon pa ko kita. Pakaldo. Wa kay kuan pakaldo, wa kay Mike.
Sir, nawa ako ka ng kuan internet, sir.
Okay. Okay, so open your cameras please. Okay. Kinsa pa wala nag-open? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Print screen. Print screen. Okay, thanks guys. So, I will post the assignment sa ato kuanra sa ato classroom. So, you need to enter our classroom para makita niyo yung updates, okay?
Kano sa deadline, sir?
Thursday. Thursday ang deadline. Dali raman sa to. Kuandra. Makaya ra ninyo, maay naman. Okay, thanks guys. Meeting adjourned na to. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sige.
Bye.